We're going no intro today. Let me know in the comments below what's the most you've ever paid for a vinyl record and what's the most you're willing to pay for a vinyl record. For me, the most I'd be willing to go up to is 2 something, maybe 3. Gotta set a limit at 300. I've not spent that much ever. Most I ever spent was $125 for this Harold and Maude soundtrack, which right now is my most worth album. It's worth the most. It flutters between $3 and $3.50. So it was a good investment, you might say, for $125. But yeah, vinyl prices are going crazy. I'm anxious to see, going to be hitting estate sales and flea markets and yard sales all spring and summer now that it's beautiful outside once again here in the Chicago area. I think it's going to be rare to see anyone saying, oh, it's just $1 an album, or oh, you like albums, here, take them. Those days are long gone. I'm anxious to see, are people going to do $5 an album, for those classic rock albums that are beat all to hell, or they can do $10, at yard sale. The yard sale is probably the last place you're going to get any good prices. So in order for me to be able to make room and afford things, I had to sell things on eBay. I recently sold 5 of my old Star Wars comics, got $186, so I went out shopping to get some more stuff. Don't have a lot of space to put it, but here's what I got. I thought before I get to my new purchases, we would go through, because we're talking about vinyl prices, currently on eBay, what some of the most expensive albums are. Now I did a search for punk rock vinyl, and then I took the highest, you can sort by amounts and stuff. I put sort by highest, and this is what I got. So I'll put it on the screen here. For $29,999, ooh, glad he's not asking $30,000, because that would put it too much. You can get a Misfits 7-inch. It is a She original first pressings on Blank Records, 1977, signed by the band. Is that $4,000, $5,000? Is anyone going to pay $29,000? Some of these prices are sometimes people don't want to get rid of their stuff, but if someone's willing to pay this crazy amount, then hey. And other times it's just crazy, insane people asking crazy, insane prices. This is weird. The Misfits were this band that you weren't allowed to ask Glenn Danzig about anymore. You can't. He's into his solo stuff, and he's all tattooed and big, although he's this tall. And you can't ask me. And now recently, Misfits this, Misfits that. I've seen them 3 times in the last few years. They'll play a whole album or something. So it's a punk band that's certainly changed. I don't know if just the cash, or he got old and chilled out and figured, oh, what the hell, we'll do Misfits. But he's doing Misfits a lot. I know you Misfits collectors pay a lot to try to get all these 7-inches. So is this She original first pressing? Is it worth? I mean, it's signed, so it's kind of hard to tell when stuff is signed, how much more it makes it worth. Let's look at another punk record. So when I came up on the search for a high price punk vinyl, for US $13,305, you can get this band Nada Cambia. I think they're Japanese hardcore punk. It's on purple vinyl, so it may be worth $13,000. If you live in Great Britain, it's only $10,000. So $13,000 for a hardcore punk 7-inch, I believe. Yeah, 7-inch. Oh, so the most expensive vinyl in the punk world are 7-inches. I don't know. I've not listened to this. I don't know if it's worth $13,000. I've worked years that I've earned about $10,000 to $12,000. This would be my yearly wage there, and you still have to pay shipping, $12 for shipping. I got to $13,000 put together. Yeah, but you got the $12 for shipping. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. Let's check out some more high price punk vinyls. Dad and the Boys. This is some obscure punk rock, I believe, from the Detroit area. I kind of looked this band up really quick. $8,500 on eBay is what they're asking. Also, another one scrolling down, one of the highest priced vinyls is Legacy of Brutality by the Misfits. A little under $3,000 for that one. Got to buy it now. You don't even want to see the auction. He just wants you to pay that $2,720. Is anyone out there? Have anyone ever paid that much? Like I said, let me know in the comments below the most you've ever paid and the most you'd be willing to pay. I don't think there's anything I want over $300. I mean, there's stuff that I want. There's no way in hell I'm paying for it. I want Rush Test for Echo on vinyl. And that floats, I think, between $200 and $400, depending on condition. There's a bootleg copy, and that's what sometimes bootleg copies are good for, because the original is crazy. But Rush Test for Echo is the only thing I don't have by Rush on vinyl. So to complete the collection, I'd be willing to pay a good penny for that. Other albums I'm looking for, I'm like Seal, Seal. Got a little bit crazy. His debut on vinyl sometimes gets up there. People in UK have it more than here in the States. I'd be willing to pay a little bit, for maybe up to $80 for that. Let's see, Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio, his other solo album that I don't have, I'd be willing to pay maybe $60 to $80. But yeah, I'm not $3,000, $10,000. Hey babe, can I borrow a few $1,000? I'm gonna buy a record. No way in hell. No way in hell. Okay, so I did heavy metal vinyl, and then looked at some of the high price stuff for that. AC/DC for Black Ice came out in 2008, I believe, on vinyl. Kicking myself I didn't go see them on that tour. I waited even longer to go see them for the first time. $9,999. So for $10,000 you can get AC/DC Black Ice on vinyl. Again, this is an eBay price. Because you go to discogs and it is, let's see, about $200. So I don't know why. Nope. Yeah. Let me see here. I want AC/DC. $200, or I could pay $10,000. Choices, decisions. I did classic rock vinyl, one of the highest priced ones, for $25,000. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, sealed. Now it's sealed, never been opened, from 1975. $25,000. No. Bruce, I know people love Bruce. I just think he's alright. But yeah, I know people go crazy about Bruce. But is anyone going crazy enough to spend $25,000 on a Born to Run sealed? I don't have any of my vinyl sealed. I have sealed. Let's get this. Speaking of sealed, behind stuff I don't want to get. Anyway, I have an AC/DC Back in Black cassette that I bought at an estate sale, and it was still sealed. And I have that. I have it still sealed because I'm not really going to play the cassette. I have the album and I have it on my iTunes and all that. So, but yeah, that's the only thing I would keep sealed. I open everything. These people are like, oh, I'm not going to open it. Why'd you buy it? Led Zeppelin, the Turquoise, 1969 first pressing. That's for about $12,000. Okay, that I could see. No, so $12,000. Oh, I want to. Is anyone out there who buys this stuff? Hair metal. I did a search for that. This band Thrust came out. Call the Boys Out, spelled with a Z, of course. That was $1,499. So $1,500. You can spend it on any hair metal band. I don't know. I know the band Vane always comes up when you do hair metal, and their album Vane's No Respect album is $200. So that's like high for hair bands. Like speaking about hair bands, we'll end it with this one. A band called Roxy Blue from Tennessee. About $700 for their 1992. Now in 92 everyone was trying to get CDs, and people certainly weren't trying to get hair metal albums. But their album Want Some is about $700. So yeah, prices are just all over the place. I've sold some more stuff on eBay too. I'm trying to just get rid of stuff so I have room for stuff. That makes sense. So like I said, I got some cash. Went to half-price books, which I usually hate with a passion because they suck. But I did actually find some cool things. You know, people are selling cassette tapes now. I don't need any of these songs, but I didn't have this cassette tape. So it's kind of cool. I really like the picture. You know, Cheap Trick's my favorite band. Well, Cheap Trick and Rush are my favorite band. So they're the only groups that I would probably purchase cassette tapes for. Roll the Bones. Yeah, I might play this. We have a cassette player somewhere in the house. Let's get to albums. That's what everyone likes. Dio, Lock Up the Wolves, came out 1990. It's the 5th album. The big thing of this was Simon Wright from AC/DC was jumping on the drums, and this unknown kid, Rowan Robertson, 18 years old at the time, he's 51 now. Time you are evil. 51-year-old dude. He was 18 at one point, and he was playing on Lock Up the Wolves. This is special to me because this is the last vinyl record I needed of all the 10 Dio studio albums that he did under his own name. So yeah, I have all 10 now. Can't wait till the wife gets home from work to tell her that one. Hey babe, got all 10 Dio studio records. But yeah, for me it's pretty exciting. It's an exciting day. So that's Dio, will go stage left or stage right. I don't know. The many times I've been off and on stage, I still don't know how that works. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. It is their 8th. It's their first one on a major label. That was, of course, Atlantic Records. This is a repressing of it. You know, when it came out in 94, I wasn't supporting major labels. You know, I was in the punk community. I only wanted to support indie bands and indie rock or punk rock bands. Didn't want to give big corporations my cash anymore. Now it's 2023, and I've heard this on CD before, so I'm anxious to hear it on vinyl. So I got Bad Religion, adding that to the collection. I've got some Morrissey, and put this one up. This one's in the batter box. Play ball. Morrissey, what do we have here? We have here Low in High School. Low in High School for him was his 11th album, came out in 2017. I have played this twice. I still have a big stack of albums that I need to play before I put in the collection, but I did, because I knew I was making this video, I wanted to spin this. It's kind of okay. I'm trying to complete my Morrissey collection of all of his studio stuff. I'm going to do it on CD now, because if it's not that great, then I feel stupid for paying like $20 for a vinyl when I could have just paid like 10 or less for a CD. Yeah, it's really kind of slower. Yeah, it's depressing for Morrissey. It's just, it's good, and it's a slow jam of an album, but, you know, the great Smith songs he has and the great other solo efforts that he's put, this probably just, it's alright. Queensryche, 1990, put out their 4th record, Empire. It was kind of at the tail end of when I was letting heavy metal kind of take a backseat. I was going to explore, you know, industrial, punk rock, pop punk, indie rock, college rock, what have you. But I had a friend that he worked for a publication, and he got an advance cassette of this, and I was able to hear it a lot before other people were able to hear Empire. And I like Rage for Order a lot, love Operation Mindcrime. This, I liked it. And the stuff since this I've liked a lot less. Even Operation Mindcrime 2 is alright. But like Promised Land and stuff like that, I just don't get into very much. But Empire, you know, Jet City Woman, they had big hits. Silent Lucidity, even though I still don't know what the word lucidity means. It's a good album, and I'm glad to have it on vinyl. I had it on CD, you know, for a long time, and I duped that tape. Like my friend had tape. He's like, dude, you can't copy this. You know, you put this Scotch tape on it, you can copy it. So I had a copy of Empire on tape for a long time. But yeah, I'm happy to have it on vinyl. Queensryche, Empire. Last but not least for the vinyl, got Wild Dogs. I was at the Half Price Books there. I also went to another store, but at Half Price Books, I saw this record, and it was like $20. I was like, I'm not gonna pay $20 for an unknown album. It's got Dean Castronovo, who's known. He played drums in this band, but he's known playing drums in Journey for like the last 20 years. Although I think he's out currently of Journey. He's in a lot of other side projects as well, and he can sing really well. A lot of drummers can't sing, like myself. So anyway, for this album, they got this guy Michael Furlong to sing vocals. I think this is the only Wild Dogs album he sings vocals on. So it's like your heavy metal, kind of glam rocky stuff. It's really good. So I liked his voice. I did check out their usual singer on like their first album, their second album. I didn't like his voice as much. So this may be one and done for me of my Wild Dogs collection. Yeah, so it was at the store, it was like 20. Went home, found it on eBay, still in the shrink wrap for $11, which included shipping. Hell yeah, I jumped all over that. You got to be a smart shopper these days. Oh, here's something I got. And I talked about this probably a long time ago, because I think I picked it up on like a road trip or album store video or something. And I didn't play it up until last week. I had a stack of 45s that I needed to play. And this was one of them. It's the Payolas. They're a band from Canada. And this is from 80. I think this is their original release. And it's got China Boys, Rose, TNT, Jukebox. Payolas are known for having Mr. Bob Rock, who produced Metallica, but he was in this band. Payolas are on the Valley Girl soundtrack with the Eyes of a Stranger song, which is the big hit. Anyway, so this early EP, the 4 songs from Payolas, it is awesome. If you like early new wave or power pop, anything, along those 80s kind of terms, check this out, man. This is a great record. It was just sitting here. I finally spun it, and I was like, holy crap, let's highlight that for a while. Of all my viewership, my tens and tens of viewers, you can check that out. So, Roxy Blue, I was talking about them on eBay, you know, some glam rock band. I checked it out. I'm like, is this vinyl really worth like that much? Oh, I don't know. And for CD, you get the CD for like $12, I think. So, bands from Tennessee, Roxy Blue, came out in '92. I would say they're like Poison and Keel in a blender, just like kind of okay hair metal. Nothing great, but it's fun. I mean, it's, you know, songs about girls and like, I mean, for crying out loud. You have a cover like that, you know, Uncle Sam getting some side action. He loves America, but he also loves blondes. And, you know what kind of music you're getting when that's the cover. I also bought some CDs. Some of these were clearance, like $2. So I got Aerosmith's record, $2. You know, this is one that's got Dream On, Mama Kin, Walking the Dog. It's good stuff from Aerosmith. Aerosmith's one of the bands that I like some early stuff, and then from like 80 on, my favorite Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic, is my favorite song, my favorite album there, so really good stuff. Glad to have it. Like $2 clearance CDs. What the hell? Also clearance CD, $2. Queen, Live Magic. Had this album for a long time. Finally got it on CD. It's a live show of theirs, obviously. ZZ Top, Greatest Hits, $2. I always liked ZZ Top. I never really loved them, so that's why I never really bought really any of their stuff. And then when I was growing up, the MTV era, man, they were playing all their little Sharp Dressed Man and all those songs so much. It was just too much. But yeah, this has all their big hits. The Grange, Tush, View Las Vegas, you know, Cheap Sunglasses. So yeah, it's good. ZZ Top, $2. Chicago, yeah. One of the few groups that I could tolerate having a horn section with, you know, 25 or 64, The Color of My World, it's good stuff in there. Jim Croce, Greatest Hits, gotta have that. You know, this is one he's like slow jam. You're in a mood trying to reflect on life, or I don't know what you're doing. It's just good stuff to put on. Bad Leroy Brown, about South Side of Chicago, which is just right over there. I'm sure there's some guy named Leroy Brown that is bad. Still on the South Side of Chicago. Operator, great song. New York's Not My Home, great song. I mean, this is good stuff. This is when pop stars look like that. It was fine. You look like that. You didn't have to look like Kelly Clarkson or Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera. You just look like this. And you were breaking the charts. We got Iron Maiden. This came out in 2003. This is their 13th album. I do like it. I only played it twice. I played it twice. I played it once on the way to seeing Sludgeworth, which is a punk band that got back together. What a great concert. What a great time. 300 people in a sold-out Cobra Lounge here in Chicago. Had an amazing time. Hopefully I'm talking enough that I have enough room to throw in some of the footage that I took. Although everything looked purple for some reason that night. It was a who's who in punk rock in that crowd. I was there. But anyway, how did I get talking about Sludgeworth from Iron Maiden? But anyway, oh yeah, I was playing on the way to go see Sludgeworth show. So Iron Maiden, I think I like it. I don't think it is usually ranked up high with their albums, but I don't know. I think I liked it, so I'll play it. Janis Joplin, of course, she passed away in '70. Heroin and alcohol never mix. Don't do drugs, kids. And this came out in '71, the year I was born. Pearl, her like second proper studio album under her name, Janis Joplin. It's got great stuff. What a great talent. Kids, don't die. I think she passed away at 27. That's too young. Too young, Janis. I think she was around now. Well, I don't know if she'd be around now, but she should have lived a little longer. What do we have? We have Crocus. They're seventh. Speaking about the 70s, Crocus started in the mid-70s. Crocus, the heavy metal hard rock band from Switzerland. Swiss don't really have a long track record of breaking through the industry. Man, this video is going to be long. I can already tell. So their seventh one came out in '83. Screaming in the Night. I got that on one of my favorite compilations of all time. The name eludes me, but if you look under my videos of like favorite rock compilations, you'll see I did a whole video about the album. But anyway, Screaming in the Night. It's got Headhunter, Eat the Rich. And then their eighth album came out in '84, Blitz. Midnight Maniac, they had a video for that song. Ballroom Blitz, of course, that's not one of theirs. It's a cover, but Good song anyway. I'm glad to have those on CD. Halloween Like an Idiot. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why. I know why I'm an idiot. I'm not that smart. But Skyfall is on the new album, Halloween, that I have on vinyl. But I was like, oh, Skyfall, Halloween has a new album out. No, it's a song from the new album. So I bought this CD single. When's the last time I bought the single? Hello? What is this? 90? Like buying a CD single? So I bought Halloween, the great German heavy metal band, the song Skyfall. It's got the long version of the song and a short version of the song. I didn't really need it. Speaking about Dean from Wild Dogs, of course he was playing in Journey. This is Journey's 14th studio album, I believe, proper, 2011, the first with Arnell, I believe. I'm saying I believe because I don't really want to fact check it, but I just hear me out. I think I'm right. It's good. A lot of these bands that were big and then, are still kind of hanging in there. Maybe full length isn't the way to go, and I don't mean it to be insulting, but perhaps EPs are the way to go. Just a few songs at a time. This came out in 2011. The first few songs are good, but man, you start getting to song 7, 8, 9, 10, you're like, all right, I'm going to put another CD in. You just kind of... Moody Blues, another band. I'm trying to get into Manfred Mann, but their CDs are costing a lot, their hit CDs. So I've always liked Moody Blues. Got that. It's the hits. Got all their hits. Nights on My Satin. Robert Plant, his first solo album, came out in 82. I believe I like his second one a little more, but Pictures at 11, it's got Phil Collins on drums. I am anxious to revisit this. I have it on vinyl, but I don't pull out any of these vinyl because I still have a stack like this of vinyl I need to listen to before I put it into this collection. And Plant is somewhere in here, but it's going to be easier for me just to put the CD in my car and listen to it. Van Halen. Fair warning, I believe I'm not the world's biggest Van Halen fan, although I do like Roth more than Hagar. I think this is their fourth one. I don't know. Came out in 81. Mean Streets. Unchained, of course, would be that. Come on, Derv, give me a break. I remember hearing that as a kid on the lute, my little cassette player. Unchained. You can't go back, but sometimes you just close your eyes, hear a song, and picture myself. I was in grade school, got my cassette, good stuff. Unchained. Last but not least, you can see I put price tag in this. I'm about to have a garage sale soon, in a few weeks, and getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Not a lot of music stuff, but I bought this for like, I don't know, a quarter, selling it for $1, gonna make big profit. I have a VCR to DVD recorder, so I recorded it onto a DVD. This is the 87 tour. I was at this tour. I wasn't at these shows. I believe they filmed this like New York or London, or combined the two. Anyway, it's Pink Floyd. I had a crush on their one singer, Rachel Fury. Yeah, Rachel Fury. I remember watching her sway on stage. Good times when you have crushes. Anyway, so this was a good time. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for watching.